Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Manual of Life. So before we proceed ahead, I would like to ask some of you can tell us what we discussed yesterday. Yes, I'm sharing the screen so that you can know what we were discussing about. You can tell, you can send in the chat box, or you can unmute and tell us what we discussed. Yes, who would like to tell? So we started a new session, Sublime Joy Through Sound. Discover sublime joy through sound. So we discuss about this. Feel the inner peace and joy. The sound vibration has got immense effect on our consciousness, mind, and even on our body. We discuss about first power of sound vibration. The different kinds of sound vibration have different impact, and history is filled with the impact created by different kinds of sound vibration. There are mainly two kinds of sound vibration: meaningless and meaningful sound vibration. So meaningful sound vibrations can create revolutions, just like communism was uh, spread all over the world because of meaningful sound vibration, which was written down in a book, and that book was circulated all over the world. And simply because of that, this communism spread. The meaningful sound vibration can invoke emotions such as love, hatred, all these emotions it can create. So it has got effect on the mind. So similarly, if there are some positive sound vibration, rather divine sound vibration, known as mantra. So mantras are those kind of sound vibration which are divine or transcendental or extremely positive, you can say in other words, which delivers the mind from all kinds of material negativity, anxiety. That is the meaning of mantra. So mantra is also a sound vibration, but this sound vibration is transcendental, divine sound vibration. And that is why it has got potential to uh, create lot of positivity within the mind. And among all kinds of mantras, there is great mantra known as Mahamantra, and that is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we discuss about this. The greatest of sound vibration, the greatest of divine sound vibration is known as Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Lord Krishna is himself present in the form of sound. Just like when we are going to school and colleges, teacher is producing some sound, and within the sound, there is some meaning. That's why as soon as a person hears through ear, and then it goes within the heart and mind, especially intelligence. So that sound vibration has the potential to impart knowledge. Knowledge transmission of knowledge is done through the medium of sound, having meaningful these words. So similarly, this is the greatest sound vibration known as Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. This is also sound vibration. But within this sound vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. The Supreme Lord, along with all his unlimited potential, is present. That is why as soon as a person who is inclined to chant this and hear this sound vibration through his ear, and if he deeply meditates upon it through his intelligence and rather within the heart, if it one meditates, then Krishna through this sound vibration enters within the core of one's heart, and he cleanses all kinds of dirty things. and one becomes delivered from this material anxiety, depression, fearfulness, all this negativity. And regarding this, the proof we discussed, scripture references we discussed regarding the potency of this great Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So in different ages, there are different processes, but mainly in this age of Kali, we discussed the processes about chanting of the holy name of the Lord. This is Sanatana Dharma. So we discuss these scripture references. Quickly, we will go through this and we'll proceed ahead. So in Kali Santarana Upanishad, this is the first proof given in the Kali Santarana Upanishad. Lord Brahma himself gives this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And he tells to Narad Muni, who approached Lord Brahma, that my dear father, my dear spiritual master, what is the best means of deliverance from material existence, material anxiety for people in general? What is the best means they can follow? Lord Brahma said, Iti Shodashakam Nam Kali Kalmash Nasanam Natah Partaropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. This is mentioned. As Lord Brahma says, after searching through all the Vedic literature, one cannot find a method of religion more sublime for this age than chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That if one chants this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this is the most powerful and sublime process by which any person, even an ordinary person, also can become perfectly situated in spiritual life. And this is also mentioned in Brahmanda Purana. The Nam Sankirtan of Hare Krishna Mahamantra delivers a complete revelation of all of spiritual reality, all the spiritual reality, Brahma Darsana, Brahma Dirshate, one can achieve by chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then in Srimad Bhagavatam also, this is mentioned, Kalera Dosha Nidhe Rajanasti Eka Mahan Guna, Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. थोड़ा बोलिए ना चाहते हैं रिक्वेस्ट करें so Sukdev Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj, although this age of Kali is full of faults, but still there is one good quality. What is that good quality? Simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can not only get freedom from all kinds of anxiety and material difficulties, disturbances, but he can get promoted to transcendental kingdom, Vaikuntha Dham. Vaikuntha Dham आप जाने वाले थे. One can go to Vaikuntha Dham, transcendental kingdom, divine abode of the Supreme Lord, if one takes shelter of Hare Krishna, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And in Narayan Samhita also this is mentioned. The Lord Hari, Lord Krishna, is perfectly worshipped in this age of Kali only by chanting of the name of Krishna, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this we discussed yesterday. That's why I'm just quickly covering this for the benefit of those students who could not attend yesterday. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita also this is mentioned, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam. In this age of Kali, there is no other way, only chanting of the holy name. And again in Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, with reference in context with Ajamila's case, this is mentioned that by performing Bhakti Yoga only, one can perform the highest kind of dharma, religion. And Bhakti Yoga begins by chanting of the holy name of Krishna. So till this slide we discussed. Now the next is scientific research about chanting. So there are scientific studies, cases have been done to prove the potency of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is a research done by David B. Wolf. He is PhD, founder of Sattva Tov Institute. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he has done this research on effects on stress, depression, and three gunas. What is the effect of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? So this is a short video you can watch carefully. Please try to listen it.
Of specific mantras out loud. A clinical test of the benefits of mantra chanting was performed on 3 groups of 62 subjects, males and females of average age 25. They chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 25 minutes each day under strict clinical supervision. Results showed that regular chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra reduces stress and depression and helps reduce bad habits and addictions. These results formed a PhD thesis at Florida State University.
So this is the research done on Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Florida State University. So there they did this research case study where a group of students they were chanting. They chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra for half an hour for a few days, and then they experienced that because of chanting this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they felt their depression, anxiety got reduced, and they could overcome all kinds of bad habits. So this is research done, and research paper has been also published. But we can also actually do this research in our life. It's not very difficult. Not just we are saying that you
Spiritual
accept the research done by this Florida State University professors and students. You also try. Any one of you, this is guaranteed. Any one of you can do this research in your own life. Every day you chant for half an hour, 30 minutes. Within 1 month period, within 1 month period, if you chant sincerely, sincerely enough, sincerely means you chant very distinctly, like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You chant loudly, not in your mind, because in mind it will not be so much effective. You chant little loudly so that you can hear. You chant like this: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So you chant clear with clear pronunciation all the 16 words, names of the Supreme Lord, and you hear very attentively what you are chanting. So if you can just chant and hear attentively, that means if you can chant attentively this Mahamantra, even a half an hour every day, within 1 month period, you can experience tremendous effect. You will overcome all kinds of depression, anxiety, fearfulness, and all these distracting thoughts which hammers our mind like anything. It will get reduced. And those who are already addicted to some kind of bad habits, they can easily overcome those bad habits. But don't stop after 1 month, because as soon as if you stop chanting after 1 month, then again you will end up doing all kinds of nonsense activities, bad habits, and all distracting thoughts will again come. So if you keep chanting continuously, the day will come, your heart will become fully purified, and no more these unwanted things, lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, all these things, bad qualities will go away. And at that time, you can focus on whatever you want to achieve success in this life. And of course, you will be inspired to act piously. We suffer in, like in our previous session, we discussed about this. We suffer whatever suffering and problems we are experiencing in this world, in this life, that is because of our bad sinful activities. As soon as we commit some kind of sinful activity, punishment is awaiting for us. Because of sinful activity, we are suffering in this world. And sinful activities are done because of these impurities within the heart, unearthed heart. So as soon as if you take shelter of chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so all those unearthas, bad qualities are destroyed. And then you are no more impelled to act sinfully. And you will be inspired to remain pious and pure. So in this way, you will remain happy forever, peaceful forever. So that is the method you can do. Just like if you want to remain healthy, what you do, you follow certain particular diet, healthy diet you take. If you every day, if you take very healthy diet, then you will remain healthy forever. No question of disease. So similarly, this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like a healthy diet, healthiest diet for the mind. So if you chant daily, say for half an hour, so your mind will remain healthy always. So no question of depression, no question of anxiety, fearfulness, no question of all kinds of these sinful thoughts, distracting thoughts. So this is such a sublime process, but it requires little bit practice in the beginning days. Once one is practiced, he can very nicely go ahead and make his life completely perfect and sublime. So this research abstract is available. You can get it also online. Reference is also given. But I don't say that you just depend upon this research abstract to go online and read. You can read. They have also analyzed. If somebody is very scientifically inclined, they have analyzed in terms of alpha, beta, gamma waves which are produced within our mind. In our mind, so many thoughts keep coming. It is said 10,000 thoughts hammer our mind per second, and those different numbers of thoughts, they fall in the range of alpha, beta, gamma. They have analyzed this. So beta range is the perfect range where the mind is peacefully situated. So one who chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they have researched in this way that their mental state comes in the category of beta range. But even if you don't understand this, you simply do research in your own life. You chant for 1 month, every day half an hour, and you see the result practically. That is the special advantage or specialty about Vedic education, Bhagavad Gita. Uh, you suppose some of you are studying in schools and colleges, so you just keep studying and studying and studying. Maybe after 20 years you will be able to practically execute something. And that too is not sure. But Bhagavad Gita gives us such a very nice practical knowledge, which you can practice immediately. Practically, you can just research on your own self. So this research was done on group of 31 males and 31 females, stress measured with index of clinical stress, and all these things, parameters were analyzed, and finally they concluded the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra with sound vibration is so powerful that it reduces stress, depressions, and frees one from all kinds of bad habits. So this research outcomes they have uh, analyzed that chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra decreases stress and increases sattva guna. Mode of goodness is increased. Mode of goodness increases means one can very perfectly, nicely utilize his intelligence. One can become very efficient. One can have focused attention, concentrated attention, mind. So this scientific research has about chanting. So now at last we'll discuss benefits of chanting Mahamantra. So we have already discussed some of the benefits. Again, we are discussing some more benefits of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So first benefit we already discussed, relaxed state of mind with alertness one can achieve. So this is brain wave frequency, cycles per second. So it is analyzed that if this brain wave frequency is below 3, then one is considered to be mode of ignorance, sleepy zone, is very inactive. And if it is between 3 to 8, that is drowsiness zone. And if it is between 8 to 13, that is relaxed and alert zone. And 13 to 18, it is active zone. And 18 plus is hyperactive zone. So out of all these five, this 18 to 13 is considered to be the best, because in this state, one's mind, mentally one is relaxed, but he is alert also. So those who practice this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they have researched that mantra meditator in alpha zone, relaxed, alert zone. They fall in this category, alpha zone, which is relaxed and alert zone. Those who chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then second benefit is it burns away all kinds of bad habits, just like if you focus the sun rays using a lens, it can burn a piece of paper. Similarly, one who focuses the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so then it can destroy, burn away all kinds of bad habits. That is the great potential of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So in this way, so we can see this example. Example is there. Srila Prabhupada went to America, and then there were hippies who were so much badly affected with bad habits. So because of all kinds of bad habits, they were unable to follow proper way of life. So in this way, these bad habits, they destroyed their life completely. But as soon as Srila Prabhupada introduced them, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, these hippies became happies, all their bad habits gone, and they transformed into saintly person. Hippies became happies. That is the transformation one gets by the chanting of Mahamantra. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The next benefit is freedom from sinful reactions. As I was discussing, we suffer in this material world because of our past sinful activities. One who performs sinful activities, he is destined to suffer certain kind of punishment. All this. And what are those sinful activities? In the previous session we discussed intoxication, illicit sex, plundering, and meat eating. So a great punishment is awaiting for a person who has indulged in all these kinds of sinful activities. Just you can see this in the picture. This is not just imagination. This is reality. Uh, those who are addicted for intoxication, they go to such a kind of hell where they're forced to drink melted iron, melted iron. They are forced to drink. They were so habituated for drinking alcohol. Now you drink molten iron, and then next, those who are so habituated for eating meat, just like one's animal cooks the animal. So similarly, the person who has eaten meat, he is also cooked with very extremely hot oil within. He is forced to enter and he is burned like anything. So these are reality. It's not just imagination. Those who are addicted for illicit sex, so they are forced to have this sex with a fiery body, fiery woman, and in this way he suffers a great pain. In this way, those who are plunderer, it's gambling. By performing gambling, they cheat others. So in this way, they are also forced to suffer a lot. So all these sinful activities we might have performed in either in our previous lives or in this life also, knowingly, unknowingly. But one who sincerely takes shelter of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, already all these sinful reactions are nullified, destroyed. Like the seeds that are fried in a pan lose their potency to sprout, the harmful karmic reactions lose their power to act by the power of the holy names of Krishna. That is the potency of chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Next benefit is relief from unwanted material desires. So one thing in the previous slide we discussed, those sinful activities which we have performed, so their reactions means the punishments which are awaiting to us. So those reactions are also destroyed, and not only those reactions are destroyed, but there is also sinful tendencies within the heart, which impels a person to perform sinful activity. Those are known as unwanted material desires. So by chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one is freed from this tendency to commit sinful activity. So in our present condition, we are all slaves to any whimsical thoughts and desires. That is the present conditions. Although because of circumstances, we are unable to act sinfully, but that does not mean that when the opportunity comes, we will not commit any sinful activity. And we can see this example. Those students who, when they live in the custody of their parents till 10th class or 12th class, so they are unable to perform any sinful activity. But as soon as they come out of the custody of the parents, immediately they get entangled into all kinds of sinful activities, illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, meat eating. Why? Because the unwanted material desire, the tendency to perform sinful activity was already present within the heart. That was not cured. Artificially, only parents they restricted their children for not performing sinful activity. That's why when they go out and they become bad, they start doing all kinds of sinful activity. Then parents ask this question: how come my child, we protected him so nicely? How come he became so bad? So that question cannot be asked. Why? Because you only protected artificially, but you didn't care to give relief to him from this sinful tendencies which are present within the heart. So that is why that is the duty of parents, spiritual master, teachers, guardians, and politicians, leaders, that they should free their subordinates' heart from all kinds of sinful desires. Because as until unless these impurities, these sinful tendencies which are present within the heart, these tendencies are not destroyed, as soon as the opportunity will come, the person will commit sinful activity. That is going to happen naturally. So that is why the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra not only saves one from already committed sinful activities, but it also relieves one from unwanted material desires, which are which produces the tendency to commit sinful acts. Such a great advantage. And nothing can do except this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is the benefit of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So regular chanters share their experiences like this. Here now we are going to share few examples of some of the great personalities well known in the material world now, what they have experienced. Just like he is Stephen Farmer, health food store owner. I don't know how many of you know. I don't know, but he might be a great person, very well known. So he started chanting. If I start my day on a spiritual note by chanting Hare Krishna, I can make it through the day in a pleasant mood. That is the experience. Ramesh Lal, Toronto Health Spa proprietor. He says, chanting Hare Krishna, reading authorized books on Krishna consciousness has brought me great peace. He has achieved peace. And all of you know this personality, celebrity, Mrs. Hema Malini, member of parliament now and former actress. So she is a regular chanter. She chants 16 rounds every day and follows all the 4 regulatory principles. She is a very much a great supporter of ISKCON. So she is sharing the experience. Let's create a magic through the power of prayer. Let's chant together Hare Krishna and all the sufferings. Let's make a very beautiful and peaceful world. That is her experience. And he is a person, another Paul Blair, printing executive. So he says, when I am stressed out, I chant. It's one thing which charges my batteries. He says, when I am so much involved in performing material duties, so as soon as I chant, so it charges my battery. It clears my mind and brings me back in focus. That is his experience. So like that, there are thousands and thousands. We can only mention few. Mrs. Sally really merchandiser. He says, when I am nervous, I find chanting very calming. I don't get shaken up at little things. So they all practice this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and they are getting benefited. So he is Bruce Klingberg, army officer. So he says, my outlook towards life is a lot brighter after starting to associate with Hare Krishna devotees and chanting the Mahamantra. His outlook towards life is a lot brighter. He got such an immense inspiration for living. So this now Dr. Donald Durtuck, Associate Professor, Western Kentucky University. I have noticed that as chanters progress from one level to deeper level, they become more realistic, more tolerant, and more energetic. Yeah, that is a fact. You can see any of the ISKCON devotees when they join ISKCON movement. So as they progress, as their age increases, they become more realistic, more tolerant, and more enthusiastic and energetic. Outside the world, means those who are not devotees, those who don't practice chanting of Hare Krishna Mantra, as the age grows, they become old, unenthusiastic, frustrating, and instead of realistic, they become idealistic. And what to speak of tolerance, they cannot even tolerate a little bit of disturbances also. But those who chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, as they progress, so they become, as their age increases, they become more young, more enthusiastic, more energetic, and more tolerant, more realistic. Uh, their knowledge becomes deepened. So another is Rishikesh Mofatlal. He is CEO of Mofatlal Fabrics. All of you must be knowing him. So he said, chanting Hare Krishna has helped me face all ups and downs in my life with great confidence and peace of mind. So these are, and he is the famous rock singer. He is known as father of rock music, George Harrison, world-renowned musician. He started this Beatles band. So he said chanting is really a process of having realization of God. That means one can have realization of God by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And he's also one of the famous industrialist, Alfred Ford, CEO, Ford Motor Company. I started chanting Hare Krishna mantra on my beats and studying books. Chanting Lord Krishna's name changed my lifestyle. In this way, there are many more. So this is a very simple process of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. At last, we are just going to introduce you how to do this. So please listen and see it carefully. So first of all, you have to chant Panchatattva mantra. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Then followed by this mantra, chanting it once. Then followed by this, you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and be happy forever. So first you chant this Panchatattva mantra once. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. And then you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, full Mahamantra 108 times on beats. That makes one round of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And this chanting of one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra takes only 8 to 10 minutes. That's all. So it's very, very easy process, simple. Anybody can chant at least 2, 3, 4 rounds. Anybody can chant. If you give half an hour, you can easily chant 4 rounds. If you cannot chant continuously 4 rounds, no problem. You chant 1 round in the morning, 1 round in the afternoon, and 2 rounds in the evening, no problem. Whatever way you can chant. There is no hard and fast rules that you have to chant after taking bath. That is also not required. If you are not taking bath, you can still chant. You just wash your hand and mouth and take your beads and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Even without bead, you can chant. If you are sick and you are very tired, even lying on the bed, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. No restriction at all. But best is recommended is that in the morning when you get up, you take a bath and sit in somewhere which is a very peaceful environment. Nobody is coming to disturb you, so that you can peacefully chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and hear what you chant. That will be a great advantage for you. And in this way, you can experience the power of this sound vibration. So, in summary, we discussed effect of sound vibration, process of self-realization, scriptural references regarding the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We also discussed scientific study on effects of Mahamantra. And finally, we discussed benefits of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I hope you all got benefited by this.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.